What is up, everybody? It's Joe from JLW Games coming at you with another cool video. Today I'm going to be talking about why I think the XFL should make their own video game to potentially compete with Madden NFL. Now, as we all know, the XFL just had its opening weekend. If you watched it, you would know that it was actually a pretty decent display of football, and I enjoyed it quite a bit. I thought, there's a couple things here and there that, wasn't perfect. It wasn't perfect, but for the most part, I thought it was entertaining. And, when people want to watch football, when the NFL is, in its off season, this is definitely nice to have football right after the Super Bowl. There's still more football to be watched, I like most of the uniforms and the names of the teams pretty well, so we'll see where this league goes in the future. But I think it's great, and I hope it's successful enough to incorporate a video game. Now, when could the soonest we could see a video game for at the XFL? Maybe, I don't think it will be this next, obviously. It won't be like XFL 21 or anything like that. I think the soonest we could see is 22 in next year or something like that. I'm not sure. Who knows when they would get the game out. It could be a completely different time than Madden when they would release their game. Like, say, maybe they release their game in, December, January, right before the new season, maybe around there, maybe it's the January or so, could be a potential release date for these kind of games. So maybe next January, I don't know, but if the league's successful enough, I feel like they would want to create a game, and this is why I think it would be a great game. Because they would have some competition with competing with the Madden series, and they're going to want their game to be superior because it's football. One thing for sure is I feel like this game could have potential to have customization options, which Madden no longer has, where you can create your own team, you can create players, stuff like that. Again, all those features were in Madden. They took them out because, lack of resources, I'm assuming, because that's the excuse they were used for everything. But they're creating a game from the ground up, which is awesome. Would be awesome. So it sounds like the idea is actually out there, the way what I've heard. The idea of creating a game of the XFL is actually out there already, and they might be developing one. As far as I know, there's at least going to be 3 seasons of the XFL confirmed, the way it sounds like. So that's good news. And who could create such a game? Well, Vince McMahon obviously has ties with 2K with WWE video games, so I think the number one likelihood is it's going to be 2K. And I don't think this is a bad thing. Some people might view this as a bad thing because I guess a lot of people don't like the NBA 2K games because of all the microtransactions. I am totally fine with there being microtransactions in there as long as the game is good. If they throw it into like a franchise mode or whatever, so be it, whatever. I probably won't even worry about the microtransactions, I'll still just play it, whatever. But like a career mode and stuff like that is what I really want to see. Just a good old solid career mode that I haven't had in quite some time. That's like my mode, is career mode. I love being able to play as a player and going into the league and creating somewhat of a story, and I would love to see like a storyline. I think Madden had a good start going in the right direction with face of the franchise QB1, but it was just so little. Obviously when you're going into, after you get drafted, there's nothing else. There's nothing else. I want something that continues through my entire career, that has more stuff throughout my entire career in the NFL. But that's not the point. That's not the thing in that. So it would be cool to create a story mode in the XFL. Maybe you're coming out of college or something like that, and create like some cool start. You're just trying to make a name for yourself, so you start a career in the XFL. And it could have some cool cutscenes, lots of cutscenes, different stuff like that, and scenarios that happen throughout your career. And choices actually matter. Like if you play bad, you're gonna get cutscenes where they let you know that you played really bad. That's the one thing about Face of the Franchise and Madden that kind of sucked. Even if you played terrible, they still praised of how good you actually looked, and that's what I don't like. Like, if you play bad in Face of the Franchise, you're still gonna get drafted. You can't go undrafted. You don't have a possibility of getting cut. You're not gonna get cut from the team or anything like that. You know, it just sucks. That's what I hate about that. You know, I want to have the opportunity to. I want to have the option to fail. Like, if I fail, I'm gonna fail. Not just, I'm always going to make it and always do something awesome. You know, even if you lose those games, which are nearly impossible to lose. But it's just like, I want to be able to craft my story the way I want to. And if I want to fail and make an interesting story, you know, I want there to be a tons of amount of outcomes. That's what I would love to see in that. And, you know, I think 2K has a more immersive experience than Madden does. I haven't gotten into the 2K games lately, and they created, you know, possibly the best football game of all time in 2K5, NFL 2K5. You know, everyone praises that as the best football game that we've ever seen, and, you know, they have that on their resume. They can make good football games. We know they can do that. So I know a lot of people are saying no because of NBA, but I haven't actually played the NBA 2K games because I'm not a big basketball person, but I know 2K makes some stunning games though, just when it comes to visuals. They have better physics, and it proves, like, you go back to 2K8, the All-Pro Football 2K8, it was a fantastic game, and I never even knew about it when it came out, to be honest. Until I just now started hearing about it the last few months, and I was like, oh, I never knew that existed because it didn't have an NFL license. But now, you get an XFL license game, you know, maybe the tables can turn a little bit, and they can create something pretty good that could potentially compete with the Madden series. But we'll have to see on that, depending on the features. If they do it right, if they want to compete, they're going to have to do more than what Madden's doing, which is great, because if that happens, then Madden's going to have to do more than what they're doing, and competition is great for the consumer because we'll get better games. That's the part of it. And going into that, I think this game would have better physics than Madden. I think the ball trajectory would be great because a lot of people go on ball trajectory was really good in 2K when they made football games, and it's terrible in Madden because you can't do fade routes. That's always a big one of the big talks there. So I think it would be great for 2K to come in. I think they would have be the best option for gameplay for sure, and potentially, you know, graphics and visuals. I think it was great. Looking back at 2K8, they had cloth physics, you know, like on on their jerseys, you know, they would get wrinkled, unwrinkled, you know, in different spots when they moved around. That was such an impressive detail for 2007 when that game came out, you know, because I think it was 2007 when it came out. That was just insane. I couldn't imagine what 2K could do these days with, like, that kind of attention to detail. It would probably look 10 times better than Madden. So that would be amazing. And even though it's not NFL licensed, you know, if there's custom options in there where you can get up to, like, I don't know, 40 plus teams in a league, like you could grow the league, that would be kind of cool. I'd love to be able to grow the league. You could create the NFL in the game yourself if you really wanted to be honest. I would love to see customization. Create a player, create a team where you can have full in-depth customization of your stadium, you know, your uniforms. Be able to import custom images would even be on top of it, like, just be an extra bonus. You don't have to have that, but I think that'd be awesome if we could upload our own images onto our uniforms and stuff. That'd be awesome. Just great customization. One thing I loved in Madden back in, I think it debuted in Madden 13, maybe even sooner, was Game Face, where you could import your own custom face into the game. I thought that was the coolest thing, especially when I did career modes. I loved being able to play career modes, you know, like as a superstar, become an NFL superstar and stuff. I'd like to craft my own story and stuff. And to be able to have my face in the game, that was even extra, you know? I thought that was so cool and immersive. Like, that's me in the game, you know? I thought that was so cool. So I'd love to definitely see a face scan, face import kind of option in there for sure. I think they would do it because I think the 2K games actually do that. The sports games actually have that option, so that would definitely be an epic option to have in the game. So again, I would love to hear what your guys' thoughts is about having an XFL game come into the mix. What game developer would you like to see it? Would you like to see 2K? As long as it's not EA, I think I'd be happy. But I think 2K would be the most likely option in this scenario. But to be honest, I'd be happy just as long as there'd be competition for Madden, because it's been so long since Madden was good, and I just want a good football game. I've actually been going back to the older games lately just to get some of these features back, to be honest. I got an emulator on my PC. I've been playing Madden 08. I've been playing 2K5 and stuff like that just because. And I couldn't imagine a modern game. Could you imagine 2K, with the new consoles coming out, 2K making a football game for the PS5 and the new Xbox Series X? That would be epic. I couldn't imagine. That'd be so great. So again, love to hear your guys' thoughts in the comments. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe for more amazing content like this. Thank you guys so much for listening to me. And again, I just want to hear your thoughts and opinions down below. But have a great day and even cooler tomorrow. See you guys next time. Thanks and goodbye.